So I'm gonna start with the last. I'm gonna start with a point and work backwards from that point. The point is we are all just rats. Okay. Um, I was recently, just like maybe 15 minutes ago, um, I was doing some self forgiveness on some points of. Well, here I'll read um, three of them. Um, I forgive myself for using video games of a world for giving myself a purpose. I forgive myself for creating a feeling of reward for having fulfilled my purpose. I forgive myself for putting me in a continuous search for a purpose or reward. So I hope you were able to hear all that. But regardless, I think it will become really clear what I'm talking about. Personally, within me, video games. Now I'm just like remembering back. Um, there's a video game called Minecraft where I wanted to go play it right now, or that moment before, like it's already been 15 minutes, but that moment in which I wanted to play it, I wanted to surround an island with these torches and to make it a safe haven. And I was basically giving myself this purpose, like a goal, a mission. And this is a game where there's like no set goals or missions, just do what you want. So I think that's really interesting in this situation because usually most video games are a set storyline or set goals that give you written out specifically like goals to do to, and obviously there is usually the goal, to even just beat the game, which is something that, yeah, to complete it, just, to explore everything, to see everything, yeah. So, so within this Minecraft game, I was, I have played. Um, it was interesting how there is no missions. There's just an open world where there's of course set rules and limits. Like if you jump from a cliff too high, you will lose all your life and you'll die. Um, you can get crushed by um, the physics of sand or drown. Also, there's some creatures that can harm you. But so so I was talking about how I was giving myself this purpose of, well, creating this island, this safe island, and that was the only reason why I wanted to enter the game and play it. And I knew I would. There was this. I wanted to jump to the point of reward, but all there was before me was just this purpose, this feeling that it was good, that there was a purpose for doing this purpose. Eager to see like how, well, that was, it was an energy, obviously, like something within me that was, you know energy as a thought, and as, you could even say habit, but I guess the main point is that it's just something within you which moves you. You're not directing it, you're not living it, you're not really, I mean, no, you're not directing yourself, you're not living yourself, and it was directing and living for you, to you, or you. And yeah, So I did self-forgiveness, and then I had this other point. I remember, well, I was going back through memories of different video games, and just to be general, like, um, well, okay, let's be specific. When I've beaten video games just for the purpose of beating the video game, and there was a feeling of need, and you could say sometimes even urgency to do it, or there was a compelling force to do it, and it felt rewarding. And this, I know that's something which is common with others. Rewarding from beating a video game or just doing a task in a video game. You're always okay. I'm just gonna speed it up and within me specifically, there was a positive feeling of reward, and obviously there was an emotional reaction of purpose, which was heavier, denser, and this is how it is for everyone for pretty much everything. That's just a common sense thing. And that is why we are all just rats. And the reason why I say that is because psychology had a really big movement, behavioral psychology, in which they gave pellets to rats for the right, for accomplishing a task. So that's why I gave self-forgiveness on putting myself in a continuous search for a reward, because that was how yeah. So I'm gonna let you figure it out and test it within yourself to see whether you're looking for a reward, and that reward could come out in the form of fulfilling a purpose. It can come from other things, maybe. You have to let me know. But right now, this is what I'm clear on. Personally, I've been giving myself purposes, such as in video games, and I'm sure outside too, with spiritual enlightenment, with other things, with maybe even with how, like, the original motivation of doing what's best for all was just because it was a purpose, maybe. Well, obviously, I see the common sense of what's best for all is what's best for me, but maybe that's my original how I got to that point, that which was a point existed within me previously in some childhood during um yeah, so just yeah. So these are just my self-forgivenesses. um just wanted to show you that. And yeah, so next up, a video on how do I, oh, okay, well, I just watch the next video. It's